Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about the sign of Pisces, what you can expect for 2025. But let me remind everyone, I am a Vedic sidereal astrologer, and you cannot listen to your Western sun signs for this. This will be inaccurate. So if you don't know your sidereal Vedic placements of your moon or your ascendant, then listen up. I'm going to tell you how to find it out. There's two ways. The way that I suggest is to use my galactic planner. Go to galacticplanner.com and put in all your birth information, and it calculates and gives you your chart in detail. Plus, with the Galactic Planner, you're going to be getting all of my predictions delivered to your calendar on your phone or your computer. It takes your personal chart and figures out all the transits daily, and it gives you the predictions every day of your life. So go to galacticplanner.com, try it out. I know you're going to love it. Now, if you don't want to do that, the other way you can figure this out is you can go to my website, galacticcenter.org. I have a free chart calculator there on my website. And with this, once you put in all your information, I tell everybody you got to scroll down to the very bottom to find where your AS is, which is your ascendant, or your MO, which is your moon. So either one, I want you to listen to both, your moon sign or your ascendant. And so with that, once you've got that figured out and you discover that your moon or your ascendant is in Pisces, then listen up. I've got something to tell you about 2025. So if your moon or your ascendant sit in sidereal Pisces, then let me just tell you, Jupiter has been in your third house, which is so inspiring because the third house is about creativity and it is about expression and communications. So with Jupiter being here, now Jupiter has been here in your third house since May of 2024, and it will continue to be here till May of 2025. So it's going to shift from Taurus, where it's been since May of 2024, to Gemini on May 14th of 2025. And let me just tell you what is going to be happening when it makes that big shift. So in the third house, first of all, though, I did mention, you could be that you've been traveling a lot. And if you're not traveling a lot, then you could be commuting a lot. One way or another, you've spent a lot of time in the car. Now, this is all of what's been going on. And the third house deals with brothers and sisters, siblings. So you might be spending more time with your brothers or sisters or getting closer to them, communicating with them more. And the third house deals with writing. So if you have always wanted to write a book, be creative, this is the year that you can do it. Now it's here in your third house, remember, till May 14th of 2025. Another thing is Jupiter in the third house can mean that you want to learn new things. It's like you want to go back to school. Maybe you've been reading more, studying new things, exploring more. And also, since it deals with communications, maybe you've been doing something more with social media, getting out there more in front of people, communicating, expanding your knowledge, information, and traveling, going back and forth places. You're spending more time in transit. But when Jupiter changes in May 14th of 2025, it will go into your fourth house. And usually when Jupiter shifts from the third to the fourth, this many times many, many times can be a move. So you might be looking at a move. If you've been thinking about it, then you're going to move. So while Jupiter's in your 4th house, usually that's the time that you've just moved and you're decorating and getting settled in. You're putting roots down. You're feeling more connected to where you are and where you live. This is great. So this will be for a solid year, May of 2025 till June 1st of 2026. And another thing is the 4th house represents a sense of security and happiness. So that's going to be where you are during this time. Happy, secure, and the 4th house represents family. So you'll have more family gatherings. Maybe you just moved into a nice home and that's where you want to have all the family gatherings. Yes. Another thing, it's also the house of the mother. If your mother's still alive, then that means that, well, you'll be visiting your mom or having better connections, getting closer to your mother. Okay, so, but most of all, it's about really moving and getting settled into a new place. And even if you don't move, you'll be spending more time day in to day out. Your environment changes. That's what this means. So this is delightful. But I'll tell you something. There's going to be a big shift and a change briefly between October to the first week of December. Jupiter's going to shift into Cancer very briefly, just touch his foot in there. And what this does is it's going to give you a glimpse of where you're headed in the years of 2026 to 2027. And this means that Jupiter is going to go into your 5th house. This could be a time of having children. This could be a time of being more fertile, children, that kind of growth in family. Or if you have children, your children will be doing really well. But it will be a time of great creative talents and investments. But that's only this brief window. For the most part, it's all about your home, your family, and finding a home that you love or spending more time at home, decorating, moving. And another thing is, I forgot to mention, the 4th house can even deal with cars. So you might buy a car during this time while Jupiter is in your 4th house. And once again, that is May 14th of 2025 till June 1st of 2026. Now, Saturn has been in Aquarius for about 2 years, and that means it's been in your 12th house. And this has been a real deep underlying current of things in the past, undoing things of the past or bringing things to an end. But it's been unsettling. And Saturn in the 12th house can also cause some disruption in the area of you trying to sleep or stay asleep, sleep disorders. But it just means you've been worried about things and things from the past. This is all going to dissipate and go away. And as a matter of fact, yes, it's going to go away because Saturn's going to go into your 1st house. But when Saturn goes into the 1st house, let me just say, you're going to feel a heavier sense of responsibility. And this starts, let me see, this will start around March 29th, but it's going to be in Pisces starting then, and it's going to be there for 2.5 years. So what happens when Saturn goes into the 1st is a sense of responsibility, heaviness, and I have found more responsibility with a parent, particularly the mother. But that's for the next 2.5 years, starting in, let's just say, April. And then also in April, you're going to feel a sense of power and newness because Venus and all these planets are going to be in your 1st house. And maybe buying new clothes, doing something new for yourself and your looks, your appearance. everything's going to change. This is heavy duty. This is going to be around the month of April. But by June and July and August, those 3 months, Saturn and Neptune will be conjunct, and they will be in your first house. So it's going to be kind of an unusual time for you. You're going to find that, well, you're going to discover a new way of being. You're going to become more aware. I find Saturn deals with responsibility and awareness, whereas Neptune is deception and illusion. So what I'm finding is you're waking up to reality from the illusion of who you really are and what you're capable of doing. This is a heavy time, but it's good. It's a time of awareness and awakening. This is a exponentially extreme year for you of all, being Pisces, because all these planets, like 7 planets, converge in Pisces in April. And then in the summer months, the Neptune and Saturn conjunction in Pisces is there. So this is an awakening to a new you and a new awareness, new beliefs, new everything. But it's heavy because you're changing the way you are. It's all about change. Now, Rahu and Ketu, they have been in your 1st and 7th house axes. So the 1st house is you, the 7th house is relationships. So relationships over the course of the past year have been tough because Ketu has been in your 7th house. And that represents problems with your partner, or even business partners for that matter, but marriage partners. It's been really, really a tough go round for you, relationship-wise. And this is all about to change, thank goodness. Now, with Rahu in the 1st house, it's been a time of extremes in your life. Major highs and major lows have been going on for you this past year. But come June, Rahu and Ketu are going to change signs. It's really May 29th, but let's just say June 1st, okay? So that's when you'll be made aware of it. Now, when the nodes change signs, they will be in a sign for a year and a half. So starting around June, year and a half to come after that, Rahu and Ketu are going to be in your 12th and 6th houses. So the 12th and the 6th house deal with health and healing. It's a time for you to get healthy. You better start preparing now, because it could mean you could get sick if you're not into health and healing. Is this a time for you to really pay attention to what you're eating and your exercise? Plus, the issues around the workplace could become a little bit stressed. You know, I say that because Ketu's in the 6th house, and that could deal with work and the people you work with. You might find the people that have been supporting you, if you have employees, they may quit. They may just, you know, bail out. They're not helpful. And the other thing is, with Rahu in the 12th house, you're not sleeping as well. There's a lot of things on your mind that concern you, and a lot of things that you need to bring to a close from the past. This will bring them up to the surface so you know what you're dealing with, so that you can eliminate the things from the past that have been blocking you for years. This is a time of awareness and healing. And that goes for physical healing as well. Now, with Ketu in the 6th house, if you do have a pet, you've got to be more careful of their health. This could be a time of degeneration for pets, or decline, serious decline. But I want you to know, pay attention, because around the months of June and July, Mars and Ketu are coming together in Leo in your 6th house. And this is important. There could be a health crisis or an accident if you're not careful. So be aware that this is avoidable. You've got to get on the ball and pay attention to this. And or it could be a total clearing out with employees or or issues around work where coworkers are on the attack and talk bad about you. Just this can be prevented if you are aware. But please, please be aware that this could be a time of an accident. So with this, you've got to be more cognizant and aware of what you're doing. Slow down. Don't be impulsive or impatient, and you'll be okay. But this is, everyone during this time is going to be having a problem. Yours just affects you in your 6th house, which deals with your health or accidents and your work. So be aware of this. And if you have a pet, be on guard that they don't go rushing out into the street, things of that nature too. So astrology is used for prevention, to help us not to be full of fear. I'm not saying this to make you fearful. I'm saying this for you to be confident that you'll be okay. So for Pisces, this is a monumental year of change. Everything about you is changing. Your looks, your life, and relationships, they're going to get better than last year. And one more thing is, yes, then I'm getting a move. And when you do move, I'm seeing a bigger place. That's a positive. So get ready. This is going to be a great year and an amazing, exciting year for Pisces. So with that, if I've inspired some desire to learn more about yourself and get these predictions delivered to your calendar, go to Galactic Planner. Yes, try it out. So go to galacticplanner.com. Thank you.